individuals that were aboard this ship. And this particular race that landed those ships and that are seen in these huge cigar-shaped ships, they are a black race. They look like African Americans. They were about 6'4", 6'5".
This is the state's first human case in 4 years.
A small cluster of communities right on the Rhode Island state line is at critical risk for the disease. They're Oxford, Douglas, Sutton, and Webster, seen here on the Pinpoint News Tracker.
And now one of those communities is taking action to try to keep people safe, but not everybody is on board with the plan. Sophia Szabo here now with the latest developments.
Kate and Patrick, last night at a Board of Health meeting, officials in Oxford approved a recommendation to issue a 6 p.m. curfew to prevent the spread of Triple E. But the people at that meeting were not happy with this decision.
Please don't do this to our kids.
800 people signed a petition.
Officials say they aren't banning people from going outside, but instead doing what needs to be done to keep people safe. They suggest the 6 p.m. curfew lasts until the end of September, then moves to 5 p.m. on October 1st. People at this meeting say this will hurt after-school activities, including sports.
We have probably well over 150 people that are here to stand up for their kids, to make the parents, have their own decision, makes their decisions.
Last week, a man in his 80s from Oxford tested positive for Triple E. It was the first human case in the state since 2020. The State Department of Health says people in critical areas should avoid outside activities at night.
In areas of high and critical risk, we really want people to be thoughtful about when they time their outdoor activities. Mosquito activity, feeding activity really peaks at dusk and dawn.
Though it is rare, Triple E is a very serious and potentially fatal disease that can affect people of all ages. It usually spreads to humans through the bite of an infected mosquito. Live in studio this morning, Sophia Szabo, 12 News.
Shalom. Giving all praises to the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kwadash, Call Allah Allahayim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, bishops, GMS who taught me this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there, the scattered Israelite Gentiles, the speckled bird Israelites who don't look like the so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans, but through the Spirit and through faith and through fear, you know that they are the elect of Israel, hopeful elect of Israel. Shalom to you. This isn't a color thing. This is a spiritual thing. So here we go again with lockdowns. Or the rumors of lockdowns, the rumors of wars. You got Democrats versus Republicans. Kingdom divided against itself. You got Bill Gates building Mpox factories in Africa for vaccines. We got all these things coming at the same time. You know, the prophets, even back then, Jeremiah 28 and 28, they could view the times of when the kingdom would crash or when the Lord would bring forth judgment. Because the Lord doesn't talk, he lets his prophets talk for him. And then after that, he brings forth judgment. We've seen it over and over again through the word. And he asked for Israel to repent and turn back. He's telling you to come out of her, come out of Babylon, the people, so you won't be deceived into taking this, MOTB, mark of the beast. It's the hour of temptation. You want to keep your bank account going, keep your gold chain on you, keep your sports car, Keep your weed and your blunt in your hand. Keep that drink pouring. Keep DMing the women on Instagram. Keep that lifestyle. Just keep the worldly spirit on you. But it's a trick bag because the enemy knows that he got you if you're not in the spirit. It's Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness. You know, what does bread do to you? When you eat bread, it nourishes you, it gives you energy, it gives you vitality, you know. It's not better than the fruits and veggies of the world that the Lord gives us, you know, because we come from the earth. Our body is 70% water, so we should be consuming 70% water. Most of our diet should be mostly fruits and veggies and a little bit of meat. But you know, Israelites, we like the delicacies of the world, and to indulge. So when you eat bread, it gives you vitality, nourishment, and energy. So when our enemies, the oppressor, they eat the bread of wickedness. So that keeps them going for another day. Like, how can we set a trap for these people so that the Lord won't come back? We can keep our kingdom. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence, right? And when you drink wine, it relaxes you. It calms you. It puts you in that mode. Alcohol, which is spirits. That's why when you go to the store, you see wine and spirits, or alcohol and spirits, or drinking spirits, whatever store you go to. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Let's get that. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us. For we are not ignorant of his devices. His devices is the trickery, the schemes, the craftiness. The same way he told you were black, you were Negro, you were colored, you were Mexican, you were Haitian, you were Jamaican, you were Guatemalan. Like, these are all corporate titles. The same way he gives you a social security number. Like, as soon as you come out, stamp you with a number. In your whole life, you don't know that you're a slave unless the Lord wakes you up into that. He gives you this water, this truth to wake you up that you are a slave in his kingdom. He wants you to be a god. For I said, all you are gods, and ye shall. For I have said, all you are gods. I don't want to butcher. Let me go ahead and butcher it. Psalms 82:6. I have said you are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. Because we're gods, and this fleshly change of darkness, the flesh of the form, darkness. But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. So we are gods, and the Lord trying to bring us back to that heavenly state, to rule the empire, to rule the nations, and the law, statutes, commandments of righteousness. Because there's too many wicked spirits out here. I can feel it, you can feel it, you know it, and I know it. Let's get 2 Esdras 15:15-19. So with these lockdowns coming again, it's going to be total chaos, because the people know. The people have already experienced it before, 4 or 5 years ago. So they're gonna put up a fight, especially Esau. They're gonna put up a fight with their sword, 2 Esdras 15:15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes. And in course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and should not be able. For because of the pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and the men shall be afraid. So with these lockdowns coming, they're going to give you curfews, 7 p.m., 6 p.m., even back in the time of just C-19, you know, you had, if you were going to work, you got to have a document saying that hey, I'm okay to go to work. I'm vaccinated. You know, it's all a setup. It's all the scheme, the wickedness of our oppressor to keep us in his kingdom. Because they know that their time is short. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So the first step is to lock down. The second step is these draconian laws. And then power going out, electricity going out, the AC going out. You know, and that's when, you know, and the food in the store is going to be gone. So people are going to be, especially if you have sugar cravings, if you eat like a lot of rice and fries and pasta and mashed potatoes and bread, like all them sugar cravings, then parasites are going to start eating at you. So you're going to start craving it. You're going to go crazy. That's why it's always good to fast, rejuvenate your body, re-clean your body out. Also get rid of those unclean and evil spirits. Start now, because when it's too late, that flesh going to take over. And if the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua is not dealing with you, then that's going to be your ass. Let's get on. Luke 21, 10 through 13. Start Luke 21, let me see. Then he said unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences. And fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. So you're going to see apparitions and spirits and chariots and just the shit you've seen in Star Wars movies, like, coming to life. From the vivid imagination to reality. If you believe, you know, if you believe in this word. All right, where we at? Luke 21, what verse we left off at? 10, 11. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. So the hopeful elect of Israel, and also you even have Christian believers in the Bible Belt. They believe and they're gonna reject the chips. So by their spirit, they're Israelites themselves, because they believe in this word. You know, it's up to the angels to do the sifting in Matthew 13 of the wheat and the tares. So yeah, it's gonna be either you with us or you're not against us. You know, you ready to get your head guillotined off, and then your life flash before your eyes in your spiritual world, or you want to continue in, you know, the depression and the brokenness and the hamster wheel of Babylon, like always getting the money, always getting a paycheck, but it goes out, and then the next thing you know, you have $200 in your account, and like, where did it go? You can never save enough. That's the cycle of depression in Babylon. Let's get to end game. Revelation 20 and 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. And I feel like I might be a martyr for the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua, just like Stephen. But Lord willing, I take it like a man, like a beast, like a soldier, and just go with it in the spiritual world. If I have to, I will, because I could care less about this world. All the pain through these curses. Like, it's like you wake up and those spirits of the world on you, and like the alarm goes off, you gotta hit the road, get into traffic, and then go work for your oppressor on a plantation. Like it never stops. After reading that you were gods, like how can you go back to live into this world? You can't say fuck it and just because there are a lot of times you want to say fuck it and just hit up a blunt, roll it up before you go to work, and do some push-ups, and yeah, I'm finna get this cash, this bag, and then I'm finna go. I'm finna rent a hotel this weekend, go to the beach, go to the bar, holla at some, some hoes, no disrespect, but you know how Jake is in the world. Like, it's just that fleshly, worldly spirit. Like, even with social media has spirits on it as well. That's why you limit your time on that also. You got to get your mind ready for your head to be, maimed, chopped off, if it has to be. But that's that faith. If you believe or not, the Most High is going to separate the sheep from the goats, the men from the boys. And that's the end game. But it's going to start with these lockdowns and Jacob's trouble. All right. I pray you're edified. Until next time, Shalom.